We're at MIPIM 2025 on the set of BITV. We are joined by Mr. David White, who is Head of Real Estate Debt Strategies Europe at LaSalle Investment Management. David White, thank you for being with us on BITV.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate the time.
The recent years have been, can I say, tumultuous in terms of macroeconomic trends. I think that would be an understatement. Since 2022, when the interest rates started to rise, how has the real estate debt strategy maybe evolved in the allocation of institutional investors?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, institutional investors have definitely started to favor real estate credit, particularly in Europe. You put it lightly, we call it a poly-crisis environment, whereby we have one crisis after another, and that has made navigating these markets very challenging. But we see debt as a very safe place to invest. We have a very institutional platform that allows us to really underwrite and understand the underlying real estate, but also the macro environment, and underwrite kind of those unknown unknowns.
And therefore, I mentioned the cuts I mentioned the rises in real estate. Now, the European Central Bank is starting to cut rates gradually, starting on the second half of last year. How does that affect real estate debt funds in the way they build and deploy their strategy?
Yeah, it's a good question. We haven't really changed the strategy very dramatically. If I were able to speculate on interest rates, I wouldn't be investing in real estate credit. But the reality is, we work with the market as it moves. We see that, as I mentioned, debt is a very attractive risk-adjusted return in any market. We think that we're seeing a lot more interest in that as a component of a portfolio, as opposed to a momentum trade around whether or not rates are going up or down. So overall, it's been very unchanged, and it's been a very solid strategy in both rising and falling interest rate environments.
Okay. At LaSalle Investment Management, how do you deploy your strategy? What are the main priorities in which you navigate this environment?
Yeah, we have a pretty wide mandate. So we have the ability to do senior loans, development loans, whole loans, mezzanine, et cetera. And we invest across a pan-European marketplace. And so our strategy is really finding outsized risk-adjusted returns, making sure that we're getting the sizing and the pricing and structuring right. So for us, it's much more of a structured credit investment strategy that's it's pretty malleable across the market.
David White, thank you for taking the time to be with us on BITV. Thank you all also for being with us. We'll see you soon at MIPIM 2025 on BITV.